Did you know? Fortnite's original form was very different to the Battle Royale mode that popularized it. Fortnite was conceived during an internal game jam at Epic Games, pitched as a mix of the zombie survival multiplayer of Left 4 Dead and Minecraft. Players would spend the day gathering supplies and building a fortress, then spend the night defending it from zombie hordes. This version of Fortnite was announced at the Spike Video Game Awards in 2011 with a pre-rendered trailer, but Epic had only conceived of the idea 3 weeks prior. Epic used this reveal to gauge interest from publishers and was open to changing the direction of the game. Early into Fortnite's development, the upper management at Epic saw the growing potential of the games-as-a-service model, hoping to emulate the success of Dota 2 and League of Legends. It was decided that Fortnite would be built around this idea, and Epic partnered with Chinese investment firm Tencent, who had experience with the model. Tencent would later purchase roughly 40% of Epic Games for $330 million in June of 2012. Several key developers at Epic, including lead designer Cliff Bleszinski, were lukewarm towards this new business model and left the company after selling their shares to Tencent. A functional prototype for Fortnite wasn't playable until 2014, 3 years after it was conceived and 3 years before the work on a Battle Royale mode began. The game now included aspects of tower defense games, an RPG-like progression system, and a Diablo-inspired loot mechanic. Its scope shifted frequently, with this iteration being a free-to-play co-op player versus environment game with a player versus player mode tacked on. Though Fortnite was featured in Game Informer in 2014, the game fell off the public radar as Epic appeared to shift their focus to their MOBA game, Paragon. In reality, the developer was using Fortnite as a testing ground for the new Unreal Engine 4, which slowed development. On the long development cycle, Bleszinski in-depthly explained, "It took a while to come out because making games is hard." Fortnite was eventually re-announced with a summer 2017 release date, but it was only launched in early access around this time as Epic felt the game still wasn't ready for a full release. Publishing the game this way was a challenge for Epic's marketing department. Though the period between an announcement and release of a AAA game is typically 12 to 18 months, Epic released Fortnite just 7 weeks after it was re-announced. Additionally, Epic decided not to showcase the game at E3, fearing that because Fortnite had already been announced long before, it might get lost in other news or announcements. Instead, they sent out a press release, put out several trailers, and partnered with content creators on YouTube and Twitch to market the game. In early 2017, publisher Bluehole launched an early version of their game PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, nicknamed PUBG. Several executives at Epic took note and thought they could make their own version of a Battle Royale game within Fortnite. The company brought on the team behind the Unreal Tournament series to fulfill their plans for this PvP mode. The team would playfully include a few Easter eggs referencing their past work on Unreal Tournament, such as posters depicting art and locations from the series. The Battle Royale mode was developed in a short amount of time, and Epic wanted to have it playable as soon as possible. To ensure a streamlined production, they went into development with a rule that banned members of the team from asking, "What if?" They knew they'd be able to add other ideas after the skeleton of the game was complete, and could save their additional ideas for later. 2 weeks before the mode was set to roll out, Epic decided their Battle Royale mode should stand alone and release for free separately from the pay-to-play story campaign. Epic's marketing team worked 14 days straight to compensate for the sudden decision. Though the Battle Royale mode was a last-minute afterthought, it's ironically become the most successful part of Fortnite and has overtaken PUBG in monthly revenue and Twitch viewership. The success of Fortnite Battle Royale has caused Epic to shift more of its resources to the game, which led to the closure of their MOBA Paragon. They have since created a second Fortnite development team specifically for Battle Royale. Fortnite's art direction was quite different to previous Epic Games titles, though this wasn't always the case. Early versions of the game featured a more realistic, creepy art style. However, the team shifted towards a more colorful, cartoonish direction inspired by Pixar, Tim Burton, and Looney Tunes because they didn't want to create an in-game environment similar to PUBG's. They instead wanted players to enjoy the world, spend hours in it, and not feel sad afterwards. Cliff Bleszinski explained the company's reasoning for the new stylized art and the game's lack of dude bros, saying, "Everyone got so tired of this post-apocalyptic look that everything rubber banded back to this bright cartoony look. You look at the Fortnite trailer and it looks like Anna and Elsa running around killing the zombies." Epic enabled cross-platform play between several versions of Fortnite, though play between the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 is not currently possible. According to Microsoft, this is because of Sony's internal policies. Interestingly, during September of 2017, cross-platform play between the Xbox One and PS4 was briefly enabled due to what Epic called a configuration error. The crossover was only noticed because of the naming conventions in the online systems of the two consoles. The Xbox Live service allows its users to include spaces in their gamer tags, while the PlayStation Network does not. The error was only noticed when players on PlayStation saw players with names that had spaces. Phil Spencer, the head of Microsoft's Xbox division, commented on the error on Twitter, saying that he would have liked to see Epic leave it on. The popularity of Fortnite has even drawn the attention of the U.S. educational system. Some schools, like Ohio's Ashland University, offer scholarships for top Fortnite players through a recently formed esports program. Additionally, many students play the mobile version of the game at school, enough that many institutions have reported problems with their in-school Wi-Fi networks due to the sheer volume of data used by the game. High school teacher Priscilla Cullen noted, "My school allows phones during the lunch breaks, and instead of socializing, all they do is play Fortnite. Many schools have attempted to ban the game, but others have taken a more indirect approach to get their students to put down their phones." One teacher, identified as Mr. Hillman, wrote a post on the Fortnite subreddit asking that Epic tell players to pay attention in class. In response, Epic added the message, "Mr. Hillman says stop playing in class," to its rotation of loading screens. Others have used Fortnite as an incentive for their students. One middle school teacher in Chicago told her students that the class would hold a group discussion about the game if they could finish their schoolwork without a single interruption. She later told Vice, "You could hear a pin drop in that room." Another teacher in Oregon offered to play Fortnite with a student struggling with home life problems if they could pass math that semester. This was mostly successful, and the students' test scores improved noticeably. Fortnite's popularity has also led to some interesting situations not seen with other games. In May of 2018, Epic teamed up with Marvel Studios to include a new mode inspired by the film Avengers: Infinity War. The mode allows players to claim the Infinity Gauntlet item and transform into Thanos. Humorously, Thanos can perform any of the game's emotes, all of which are frame-by-frame recreations of pop culture references or memes. Several celebrities openly play Fortnite, including the rapper Drake. In March of 2018, Drake played the game with live streamer Ninja and broke Twitch's record for most watched stream with over 635,000 viewers. This was nearly 250,000 more than the previous record holder. Drake has also offered to include lyrics about the game in an upcoming song if Epic includes an emote based on the music video for his song Hotline Bling. Have you ever thought about making YouTube videos yourself? If you'd like to turn that dream into a reality, you should give our sponsor Skillshare a try. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes and could help you learn essential skills for making videos. Their premium membership gives you unlimited access to high-quality classes about writing, video production, graphic design, and even marketing to help you understand your audience. DidYouKnowGaming has used this service ourselves for video production, and we can vouch for its ease of access and to-the-point nature. No waiting for people to wrap up their life story before a tutorial video starts. If you're interested and completely new to video creation, we'd recommend Skillshare's excellent video editing with Adobe Premiere for beginners. An annual subscription for Skillshare comes in at less than $10 a month, which is less than competing services of similar quality. Or if you'd like to try out Skillshare for free, the first 500 people to sign up with the link on screen or in the description will get their first 2 months of Skillshare's premium service for free. So go to skl.sh/DYK or click the link in the description to get this great offer. If you're interested in pop culture, make sure to check out our videos on The Simpsons and South Park games.